You are watching Creative Lines, brought to you by MX Unfiltered, and your host, Johnny F. Hopper. So first off, we've got the Swagster himself, Jason Anderson. After the first Millville rollers, it's entering into the next one. There's a second lip that is 100 times bigger. Exaggerating here. It's 3 times as big, and he was one of the only riders that I really saw kind of wheel tap it correctly, but he did it from a seat bounce. So if we watch, boom, and gets all the way up and over it. But now that you've seen it, let's go in slow-mo. So he's followed behind Kenny, which is the superstar. He just can't hold on past 15 minutes. Maybe needs car insurance. So watch him. Jason Anderson seat bounce the shit out of this sucker. Just compresses this bad boy. Gets the bounce. Gets the front wheel. You gotta love Mav TV and Flow with their HD, right? This is damn near, 480 pixels. That's the old cathode ray tube shitty TV that we used to watch, the big fuckers, right? Anyway, he gets the front wheel over, boom, super smooth. I just thought that was, could he do it every lap? It seemed like it was hard to do it every lap, but bam, I saw people get close to trying to wheel tap this thing. He just did it the most pronounced, and my personal opinion is the most correct, right? That was just poetry in motion right there. Next up, we've got the Fuzz. Yes, I'm renaming Tomac. His nickname I'm giving him is the Fuzz because he's riding a damn near cop car, but it's a cop bike because he just turns on the lights and he's gone. But this was, he was doing this every lap, at least in the second moto. He was the only rider I saw do this, where he was wheeling over one of the gnarly braking bumps coming to the finish line. So let's watch it in real time. Boom. Every other rider wasn't doing that. They were just bouncing over it like it was a brake, but he's actually accelerating and getting some pop. So see where other riders might be getting ready to get on the brakes, he's unloading the bike, he's twisting the throttle, he's putting more weight on the rear end and keeping that front end light. And boom, he's wheeling over the biggest bump down there. And then it's just like wheeling into a whoop section. If guys wheeling into the whoop section, they instantly stay on top of them. And this was just a very creative line in order to stay on top of these braking bumps. He just floats across them. Yeah, I give credit to whoever's doing his suspension over there at Yamaha. And, granted, that was the reason why he left counts. But dude knows how to ride a dirt bike. Boom. Wheelie. Over. Wheelie. Okay. Real time. Boom, 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 boom. Last but not least, we'll give Kenny some props. This is after the start, right? A super fast section. This is where Welch ended up going down and getting knocked out. And hats off to the whole MX Sports crew for actually red flagging the race. But this is a roller into the next left-hand corner. And most riders will roll, then accelerate, which created a bump. The erosion of a motocross track. All the inertia was moving all the dirt everywhere, so you have a bump there. Well, what Kenny and what the other riders started to do is they started to double it. Kenny was the most smooth. I saw doubling this because you'll watch Craig behind him. He gets his front wheel over it, but it just looks like he's using more energy than what Kenny is. So let's watch it in full speed. Boom. And you'll also notice that Kenny wheelies into the face. Right? They both wheelie into the face because there's some other bumps in front of it. But Brant lifts up, wheelies into it, boom, then jumps off, and then downsides the corner bump. Just incredibly fast, where, again, most riders would roll, then accelerate, and get off kiltered, and maybe This is just one of those things that make these riders the cream of the crop. Boom. Maybe Craig was following Kenny like, oh man, that's a really good line. But do you see how Kenny comes off sideways where Craig ends up hitting it straight And so he's moving here. Kenny. Boom. So that is the creative lines of Millville, Minnesota. You know, like, subscribe. I've got more of this stuff planned. And until next time, keeper WFO. Bra da 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 da. Whoa!